Du liegst mir im Herzen, du liegst mir im Sinn. Du machst mir viel Schmerzen, weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. Ja, 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 weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. Ja, 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 weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. So, so, wie ich dich liebe, so, so, liebe auch mich. Die zärtlichsten Triebe fühl ich allein nur für dich. Ja, 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 fühl ich allein nur für dich. Ja.
Keep the two bottles over
So you
there.
can't see me.
Yeah, I want to show my bottle on
This one mine, the red eye?
Yeah.
Where'd the red eye come from?
Huh?
Who started making red eye? Was it Grandpa?
Well, I would say.
I mean, it was just passed on generations
Yeah.
and generations.
Mm-hmm.
What's all in red eye? You're gonna give that up.
Huh?
What's all in the red eye?
Well, it's 190 and little cherry juice and 7-Up.
That's kind of potent a little bit.
Is it?
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, it's not very potent. I put a little bit of whiskey in there sometimes, you know.
So Leo, how old are you, and what year you were born?
In 29,
1929 you were born. So that makes you how old today?
85.
85. Martin?
29? Yeah, because I was born 24.
And what year were you born?
24.
24. And you're 90.
I'm 90.
And Dad?
34. 80.
And you're 80. Yeah. Let's see.
I'm the youngest of the three musketeers.
Yeah, who's the oldest in the family?
Huh?
This is all, I know the answers, but I'm going to have it filmed because there's a lot of the grandkids that will know the answer, so I'm going to ask the question. So who is the oldest out of all of you? Who is the oldest child in the family?
Well, Martin is.
Martin, and then who was next?
No, it would have been
Huh?
Clem?
Clementine.
Yeah, but she's in the
17, yeah.
No,
Well,
of the
not in
family.
the, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, alive.
In the family, yeah. No, in the family alone. And there's 7?
Yeah,
Clementine, Betty, and then me.
yeah. Clem and Betty and then Martin and
Yeah.
then Ed and then myself
Yeah.
and then Ralph.
But there were
And then
8.
Jeannie.
There were 8 in the family.
No, 7.
8. So the youngest girl died.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think.
But they had her in that, what was it, on Grandma Haag's obituary. They had her in there.
Were they?
Yeah, they had her name in there. Yeah,
Hmm.
but I don't remember her name. You remember
Rosie.
her name? Rosie?
Rosie.
Oh, I see it. I maybe heard it actually.
Oh, there's a few questions here. I don't know, I asked Dad the same questions earlier. When you were a child on the farm, what was the most memorable time you had together as a family? Was there any special occasions kind of pop in your head when you were growing up, or?
Oh, I forgot a lot.
You know, what was your chores at the farm? Did you have just your chores that you had to do?
No, I mean, that's little of everything.
A little of everything?
Yeah. I never had to milk though, really, because the girls done the milking.
And you just helped,
Yeah. And Ralph, he took care of the household stuff, you know, like the coal and water.
coal
And,
He was the water boy.
and Martin didn't do anything. He just
I took care of the country. Don't forget that.
no, that was before your time.
How many head of cattle when you were growing up did Grandpa Haag have?
Oh, they were always right about 75, something like that, I would say. Wouldn't you?
I don't know how many.
You mean he had that many? Grandpa Haag? No.
Nick?
He was only around 50.
I thought he had
No.
one.
What kind of tractors do you have on the farm at that time?
International, 1530. Then the John Deere. Then we stuck with the John Deere for a while. Then we went to the,
International.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
H.
Did you ever get to visit the neighbor kids very often? Did you have friends
No,
of the neighbor kids?
No. If they had some doings or what, but we never really, there's only one guy that come to visit us a lot, and that was Warner, Tony Warner.
Only one.
No,
He was your
He-
age?
no, he was a little older. He was about Ed's age. And he worked for Harold Larson. Yeah.
So that your guys' chores on the farm were you were outside helping Nick, Grandpa, and then the girls were inside helping Grandma pretty much?
Yeah, they girls never done much work outside.
How's the
Yeah.
sleeping arrangements? Is it a 2-bedroom farmhouse?
There are 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bedrooms downstairs.
So all the boys up and all the girls down?
3 of us slept in one room, in one bed. Ed and I and Martin.
No, I was the middle guy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do you remember your grandparents, where they lived? And did you go visit them very often? Your grandparents?
That would be my dad stayed, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they visited us quite a bit. Martin Keller and Carl Haag.
Did he have, was he a rancher also?
No,
What did he do?
Martin was he worked. He had just farming only. He had
If you had,
horses. He had mostly horses. He raised those big Bertrands.
okay. So when you were growing up, Martin, what was school like?
Schooling I had.
Yeah,
1 year of high school.
from start to finish?
Then I quit.
You went up, when did you start school?
Pardon?
When did you start school?
Well, when I got out of grade school, then I went to high school, and I quit high school because I had to sleep. They had a hard place. They'd hired somebody, relative in there for me to stay there while I was sleeping in bed with the hair kids, with a girl in bed all the time. I couldn't take that.
Yeah,
Then I had to milk the goat every morning, because they were poor people, they needed goat milk. And every time you milk that goat, you'd smell from goat milk.
yeah.
I told that and no more. And Dad put Edward to Martians, and he had problems there by Martians. I think he had a nervous breakdown there or something. And then he took him out of there.
Yeah, well,
Hello, Ralph. This is Teresa with the medicine shop calling.
okay.
Got everything okayed, so the others, the 3 that we're waiting on,
Right.
Got to have a fluke.
we're able
Oh,
to
yeah, we gotta have that.
scan all of those.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, wasn't sure if you want to pick them up today or not,
is your favorite drink?
This year,
Blackberry?
yeah.
Take it easy on me now.
You know, this is sweet.
That's weak.
Well, if you like,
Yeah.
It's only
I'd
100
just as
proof,
soon,
right?
take it as
No,
long as I can.
that's
It'll
46
save
or
you and
something.
me a lot of
Oh.
extra calling
35.
back and forth and mailing,
Okay.
you know.
What's the
And
name
if
of
you
that?
get it to me by
Blackberry.
Saturday
Want some of
noon
it?
or whatever, it would be the latest. Oh, okay, I'll wait until Friday. That's good. Okay, thank you.
How many years you been out here now?
Okay,
I
whatever
moved,
works. Good enough.
I bought
You bet.
this in '79.
Yeah, you bet.
In '81, I had the house built.
Because you had, now we're getting ahead of our things here.
Oh, man, here, I gotta
drive, you
know.
I'm gonna go back to our childhood before I get into where you guys' properties and farms are at here. You remember any celebrating Christmas? Was there anything that you remember growing up at Christmas around the farm? Anything special that your parents did or tradition?
Yeah, no, I gotta say one thing. We had a big meal, but as far as that goes, we didn't exchange gifts or anything like that, you know,
Right.
that I remember. Oh,
I basically remember the Bills and Eagles. And as far as that goes, that was a guy that would run around the outside of the house with a big log train, and if you didn't behave, he'd get a hold of you and you
That's-
behaved afterwards.
That was the. You remember that?
oh yeah.
That's called the Bills and Eagles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Grandpa would say if you don't, or Grandma would say if you don't behave, that's
Well,
The-
the Bills and Eagles gonna get you.
really.
Mm-hmm.
That'd terrify the hell out of you.
Oh, I gotta say one thing. My kids,
And if that didn't help, he'd go out and get the horse out of the barn and put it back by the window, hold his tail up. He's the one that's gonna get you. Remember that?
that's
I heard about it, but
That's
I don't remember.
that's a Halloween, Martin.
Huh?
Halloween,
Well, either one of them.
yeah,
On
Halloween.
the north window by the bathroom,
yeah.
because that small window. Oh, did we holler and scream. I know in them days, they got a kick out of scaring kids.
Oh, yeah. So they said they'd behave, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, years ago, the smaller ones, they were always naughty anyway, you know.
Who was the disciplinary? Grandpa or Grandma?
Well, I think Grandpa was, but Grandpa would say, Grandma would say, if you don't behave, I'm gonna tell Grandpa.
And you were scared of Grandpa.
And Grandpa would, he never lay a hand on you, but if he said something, that's how it went.
Yeah. That's how you're.
Yeah,
If I remember.
yeah, that's
I
right.
never got a spanking, never.
No.
Grandpa never hit nobody.
Gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any times during your growing up that you saw Grandpa distressed or upset, or there had to been some machinery that broke down,
Yeah.
got pretty upset and started throwing tools, or
Yeah.
was he a pretty calm,
Oh yeah.
very calm, let's take it one step at a time? He wouldn't. Well, how about Grandma? Was she pretty easygoing, or was she?
Oh, yeah. She was real easy, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but
What'd you guys do for fun on the farm as kids? And I know I've heard a couple stories, so
some of them you can't believe probably.
well, let's see
Yeah.
if we can. I remember Dad saying something about a pond and a horse and swimming. You want to tell us that?
Well, he's the one that was there. He should even know
You remember that story?
Oh, yes. We had a long rope. And Newt, my cousin, was there too. And the dam wasn't very wide, but it was deep. And then we'd make sure the rope reached across. And then we tied it onto the horse and he pulled us across that dam.
But you guys didn't know how to swim?
Oh, no.
That was pretty.
I never knew how to swim. I don't know if anybody
Martin,
else.
you know how to swim?
Pardon?
Did you know how to swim?
No.
No? But you guys played in the
I
pond?
learned how to swim in the service a little bit, not a hell of a lot. And I was to do.
That was, and Grandpa and Grandma didn't mind that you didn't know how to swim, but
Oh,
you were at the pond?
They didn't know that.
They did?
Oh, we'd have caught hell if they knew we were doing that.
You can't swim.
But
either,
we had a
huh?
good horse, though.
No, I'd have a tough time swim from here to that wall over there. I fight it, you know. So,
You remember the horse's name?
Pardon?
Do you remember the horse's name?
Jim, Chess, Fanny, Queen, Rex.
How many horses did Grandpa have on the farm?
The most we had was roughly about 14
14 horses? Work horses?
work horses.
Wow.
And they were all broke to ride practically.
Did you ride a horse to school at all, or
No, we drove to school with a buggy,
horse and buggy?
horse and buggy, yeah.
I suppose when you got cold. How far was school?
2.5 miles.
Dad, you remember any stories that we could bring up here to see if they remember? What other types of entertainment did you guys do? Did you guys get to go see a movie, a picture
Yeah.
film, or go to town and get candy?
Didn't get you.
Go to town and get candy, or entertainment? I mean, there was no really. What'd you guys do after you got done with work and supper? Did you guys just go to?
We was so damn tired we went to bed.
I bet.
Yeah, we had no TV or
Radio?
anything like that.
Radio.
Radio, yeah.
Phil cool.
What about the power in the farmhouse? Was there power run to it, or was there a different setup?
We had 32 volt.
Off the windmill?
Well, it was a regular tower with a 32 volt charger, you know, separate.
And you had batteries in the basement?
Yeah.
17 of them.
17 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably days that you didn't have power at all because it was calm, huh? Not too many, but
Well, you know, when I got married, I had no power either in the house. So finally, my father-in-law, he got a hold of 32 volt light plants, but it was a motor type, you know. So sometimes I got to tell you, I went to Manning, and then you know, not used to drinking or what, then I'd come home and I was this sick, you know.
yeah.
And then Florence would say, what's wrong? And I said, God, I don't feel good. I got to go out and check if the red ball is down. I would have to start the motor, you know. Then I'd sit out there in that shed, you know, and get the motor going, and you know, oh, that doesn't happen very often, though.
What was your first movie you saw? Motion
Movie?
picture.
We had no movies.
But you had to see one down the road. I mean, when?
I can't remember ever having a movie. You?
No, yeah, but we'd go to Belfield for a movie.
Well, you guys
I
went.
know Ed and I, we went to Belfield to a
I
movie.
didn't get to go.
So how many years? What age did you move away from the farm? How old were you?
Then I went away from the farm,
Yeah,
19.
and that was military,
Yeah.
Navy, right?
Yeah.
You got some stories about that?
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't, you know, they did things that time they didn't tell you. They had somebody else pick you up from the place. I couldn't go from place up there. And they had Father Spegley pick me up, take me up to Medora. They had me stay with Mrs. Eichhorst. And I had to take my own sleeping bag along, and up to me, and there was Walter Lipichek and Jim Knudsen, all got up there, you know, and that deal. And the next morning the train came, and later on I got figured. That's how they done it. So none of the families are up there when their kids leave.
So they wouldn't have any
Yeah.
upset parents. And
Yeah.
what made you decide to join the Navy? Just to get away from the farm, or just to see
They
the
picked
world?
me. They picked me.
So you got drafted.
I got drafted, And then I went to the Army, and when I went through the line, and the guy says, you know, I need a Navy guy. You wanna go? Well, I said, I don't care where I go. And I said, I want the Navy. And I'm glad I did.
So from the Medora, where'd you go from there?
Farragut, Idaho. That's where I went, and I had 3 months of boot training. And you had to pass it, or else you couldn't go home. In other words, you had to jump off that 25-foot tower naked, or you ain't going home.
Alright.
Yeah, and all the guys in the bottom in the pool too. Shit, I could hell of a time crawling up that tower. They made us, yeah. And then I come back, and they put us in the line. Hell of a long line. And then they says, we need so many for the Marines, so many for the Army, so many for the Navy. And I was the only one picked for the Navy.
How many?
No, well, they replaced me. See, I never went into anything else. They lost some men on the crew battleship before I got on, and they just replaced them. So when I got on the ship, and then they run you through the mill, you had to learn every gun, 6-inch, 3-inch, 30 millimeters, 40 millimeters. You had to learn all of them. So if something happens, that you can handle all of them. And the first thing they taught you, if fire ever hit up here, don't start running because you got no place to run. They were tough. But I don't know, I got along okay. Yeah. The guys helped me out a lot over up there.
Did you see some action?
Oh yeah. My ship took part in, there was about 11 of us. No, it wasn't quite 11 ships in a convoy, you know, all together. And we sank about 10 ships. I seen them, yeah. This one guy crawled out of the Japanese ship and he shaved his finger and scolded us. And another guy had his gun with him, he shot him right away. And there was a priest standing close by me. He said, now that wasn't called for. You didn't have to do that. And the spot I had, when I get into battle, there's them, if you see my ship's got them big, well, they're about this big as this table, cables in, go all the way up to the tower. You could crawl out of the ship by going through that if you didn't get stuck in there and something else happened.
What's the name of your ship that you were on?
Battleship.
The name of the battleship you were on?
Richard.
How big was it?
It was 550 feet long and 55 feet wide. It had 2 airplanes on there, 4 torpedoes in the back, and I don't know how many barrels for submarines, like 30-gallon barrels, they were in the back. All you do is open the end gate and let them roll off if there was some submarines there.
Subcharge for the submarine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when the Japanese got after us, we opened up with everything we had just so they don't get us. Because there were those kamikaze planes.
Right.
They only flew a few feet off the water, sneaking in. Then we opened up with all the shells we had so they couldn't come in on us, and then they quit.
How many years were you on that ship?
A year and a half straight.
Straight, no breaks, straight.
No breaks. No.
So where did the ship all go? How far?
All over. You know the Bering Sea?
Yep.
That's where I spent most of my time on. And I was up at the furthest island in the Aleutian Islands, which is Attu. That's the one way at the end.
Right, that Solution Islands up on Alaskan Point down almost to
We
Russia.
passed all that. They called that the jump-off place, whatever it was. So we'd come in once in a while.
How many times have you crossed the equator?
Pardon?
Have you ever crossed the equator on the Navy?
Not what?
Across the equator?
Well, yeah. The next day. It changed the next day.
How many, have you ever crossed the equator?
Yeah.
How many times?
Well, I suppose 4 or 5 times. Every time we went over to the Curly Islands, Honshu and then all those, we had to cross that. And that's up at the Bering Sea.
Yeah,
And we
but
come back over.
that wouldn't be the equator
No.
up there.
right.
He's talking down there where like where
All
the
this is
Panama
different.
Canal is.
At a different date.
You may be across the time zone,
Time,
yeah.
time zone.
If anything,
Time
you
zone.
may be across the Arctic or something like that,
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
I had a
But,
picture of that. They gave us a picture when we crossed it every time.
Wasn't there something signed or a treaty signed on the ship that you were on?
Pardon?
Was there a treaty signed that on the ship that you were on?
A what?
A treaty.
No.
Well, I thought you were there when they signed that, the
Oh, yeah.
Japanese
The
surrendered.
treaty, now it gets you, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
And then when the war was over, we had a guy on the ship, he says, when the war is over, I'm so happy, I'll jump off the ship and take a swim, and everybody give him hell for it. And then the water's cold up there, you don't last long in the Aleutian Islands, you know. And there's 3-4 guys standing on the railing. He did jump. Yeah. And they got him out right away because he never made it.
Right.
Yeah, and then my ship was picked, because mine was the biggest ship out of that group, to go in and sign the treaty over in Honshu. And the Missouri went into Tokyo Bay, and we took care of the other part, because you know how Japan was so scattered out. So I got to see Japan and all that, yeah.
I gotta ask you something. Was there any fighting going on while you were in there? You know,
Huh?
let's say, any fighting, let's say, shooting shells off the ship or whatever, was there? You didn't have that over there.
Huh?
You never have that, did you?
Yeah, sure. There wasn't a thing I could write home to folks where they could find out what it was.
No, I mean, yeah, but I mean, actually,
Yeah, they said, he shot down, they shot down, how many, sank, how many ships did you guys sink?
11.
11
Actually, we
ships.
shot 11 of them altogether.
They sank 11
It
ships.
wasn't just my ship alone, it was the other one, and all of us in there, over in Honshu,
well, I was always wondering that, you know.
yeah.
What was your job on the ship? What was your position?
My job was when they blew the whistle, take my station, they started me out with 6-inch cannons, and then could handle that. They made you learn every gun, so if one of them went down, you took over, see? So anyway, they put me out, and then they put me on that 40 millimeter, you know, the one that goes like this, the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one to handle, yeah. I got a picture of that.
You ever with your 40 millimeter? Did you ever shoot down a plane
Pardon?
yourself? Have you ever shot down a plane?
No, we never did.
Never did.
Came in, they never came in.
When they knew you were behind the thing, they probably were scared.
Phil McCuskey, he had to load the shells.
Huh?
Phil McCuskey, his job was to load them shells. He wasn't big enough to handle the bigger shells, so they put him there on the 40 millimeters. I got
40
a picture of that at home too.
Well, how big was a shell with 40 millimeter?
Not that much.
They're about what, a pound and a half, 2 pounds? Probably more than that. Didn't they weigh more than that?
No, 90 pounds.
90-pound shell?
Yeah, 90 pounds
Wow.
with the lead. And the anchor, what do you call those on the chain? Link
Links?
was 27 ton. One anchor, one
One
chain
link.
Yeah.
They were heavier than my anchor out here, huh?
Oh, yeah, well, like I said, 27.
This one here, I got that in Connecticut, that was used,
Oh.
that was from on the ship,
I think that
That
could
was
have been
just
on
the
the
link.
sailing ships,
Huh?
sailing ships maybe.
yeah.
That was just a link, not the chain. You put the whole chain on, that's a heavy outfit. But this one link on that chain is 27 ton.
You ever regret going into, have to do that? Ever regret going in the Navy and have?
Pardon?
Did you ever regret being in the Navy?
I don't follow you. Can't hear you.
That helped.
Were you ever sorry that you went in the Navy?
Not really. Not really.
I mean, that you ended up going into the Navy, not that
No,
you had
I
a
was
choice.
homesick a lot, I can tell you that. Because out on the ocean every day and every night, all the time, the thing's going up and down, up and down. Thought we'd never quit.
Did you write back?
Did, but nothing hardly ever got home. My folks did not know who I was, where I was, never did. No. The only way they found out, I was up in the Aleutian Islands, what's his name, Teresa Mark's husband, Leonard, he came home on furlough. And he said, I was up in the Aleutian Islands. And he says, I think that's where Martha's at. But I couldn't, they'd never find out where we were shipped.
Right, yeah, they would want to put your position
Yeah.
away, whatever.
That's why the ships are painted different stripes. Yeah, I got some at home there. If you want to see them, you can see them. One day they had it over here at Haag's Point, and I had to go up and show my stuff. I showed it to him.
So while he was away, the chores kind of fell harder on the rest.
Oh, we had to work like everything. That the work was started, you know. And
So he was 19, and you were how old again when he went away?
about,
17?
17?
yeah.
No, there's more than 2 years
15.
apart. 5 years younger, so
Yeah.
he'd
Oh,
have been
okay, 14.
About 15 or 14.
Ed
yeah.
could have been about
I just
17.
got through with grade school, then I had to stay out 2 years until I could go to high school then, you know. I never thought I'd get to high school, but all of a sudden Grandpa would say, we're going to town today, we're gonna get you some clothes. You're gonna go to school Monday. That was it. I mean, you didn't know much about it, you know.
Yeah, you're going no matter what.
Speaking of school, you know when down there at that corner by the college where you stayed,
Yeah,
that's tore down. That's not there anymore.
really?
Yeah, that's completely gone. There's just an empty lot there now.
Was it my house there?
No, well, east of the house, that used to be Folks's, you got, and right down there in that corner you guys stayed.
Yeah.
I remember you guys there.
Yeah.
That house is
Oh,
completely
that
torn down.
Rumble used to have that.
Yeah, it was like a little grocery
Yeah.
store and a rooming house. Yeah, that's gone.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I haven't been up that way for a long time.
And Dad always taught, I know it, I didn't hear nothing from Leo, but I did hear from Ralph. Betty would fill me in on everything, you know. And he said he had trouble with Ralph. He wouldn't hit nobody, wouldn't fight. And he got out of school on that thing down from the school, that big area there, that the boys, big boy would pick on him, and he'd come home crying. And Dad said, and finally Dad says, he said to him, next time one of them does something, you just beat the hell out of them. And then if that don't work, I'm coming over. And he did that, that was the end of it.
Was it?
Yeah. That was the end of it.
Dad fought then.
Nobody picked on him no more. Cause he beat the hell out of one of them, hit him on, and, cause Dad told him, don't hit anybody, you get to a fight, you know, and
Right.
all that, so you're supposed
Well,
to
you
be
get in trouble
nice.
being a fight, but then,
All these farm kids were that way. When they got to town school, they all got picked on. I got picked on when I went to high school too.
you had to fight a lot.
Yeah, one of them, Nick Bolts, he got killed over in Iwo Jima now. He said, you gotta pay me $10 a week to be your bodyguard.
Yeah?
I said, what the hell? And I told him I was gonna be your bodyguard, and then he started picking on me.
No,
On the football field into the school.
Then what happened?
And I says, I'll tell you what you're gonna get. One more time, you're gonna get it. And he quit, and he got to be my best friend.
Yeah?
And then he
I'm
got
sure
killed.
got some.
He got killed in Iwo Jima.
Hey, Martin wants some.
Martin, what?
Huh.
I never had to worry about that.
Because probably your older brothers, they knew that your older brother was him.
No, they were going to school when I was going to school.
No one picked on you? You never had a problem? Nothing?
Mm.
How about girls? Did you ever have girlfriends?
I was so glad I never had a girlfriend.
Yeah. Leo, did you have a girlfriend in high school?
No, never had a girlfriend.
Really?
No,
No.
I never had a girlfriend even when I come home.
Mhm.
Dad says you better find one, you can't live out in them hills. And you better find one that can work.
Go work and cook and take care of the house and
So Leo Hartman is the one that took me out to Folks, his uncle's place.
yeah.
Heaven was. Yeah.
How'd you meet your wife? That
Took
was
me out to the meter.
was it a farm barn dance or
Yeah, 3 or 4 miles from town, and then
how old were you at this time?
21, 22.
22. What was the legal drinking age back then?
21.
21 was a legal drinking age back then. We're talking around what year, Dad? Would have been early
Well,
40s.
you got married in what year? What year did you get married?
47.
47. 46. Folks moved to town in 46, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we
And
got,
that's where he moved on to the farm, and Ed was out on the
Yeah.
farm, and
So you were 20. How old were you when you took the farm over?
when I took the farm over,
Yeah,
I was 47. Yeah.
47.
no,
No.
you were on the farm a lot sooner
Huh?
than that, but you maybe didn't buy the farm until 47, huh?
When Grandpa moved to town,
He moved in 46.
They moved on the
47.
farm.
47. But what he and
And yeah,
See,
he's
I
talking
got
about the
married,
year
I got married and he
47.
moved in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you met her at a barn dance.
Pardon?
You met your wife at a barn dance.
No, I went out the house. And you look pretty good. You know, I thought maybe that. So, and this happened there 2 years ago. A guy asked me once, Rod Landblom,
Mhm.
how'd you ever propose to your wife? I didn't. I mean, you didn't kneel down and all that? No. I says, I'd pick her up, we'd go thrashing, folks would, and I'd come in and take her to the movie, buy her molded milk. I'd take her home and I'd go home. I got to thinking, this ain't gonna get going. So one night it was real foggy. I said, my God, Dad ain't gonna thrash tomorrow morning. It's too foggy. We can park for a while. I just felt like I had to know her. What kind of girl is she? Is she the kind that you could do anything with? I don't want that kind,
Right.
you know. We stopped and she said, yeah, that's all right. Let's have a park for a while. And just then, boom, somebody hit my bumper in the back.
What year car were you in?
46 Chevy.
And that was your first car?
Yeah, second one.
Second one.
First one was the 37.
Okay, I want to hear the rest of the story here.
Well, we weren't married then when I had that 37. Then we had this one, and boom. And I had I remember, like I had to have one around the neck as well, you know. And finally this guy come up to the window. He says, any problems? And it was her dad. I went straight home. Next time I come in, I had a ring.
Ah.
And I stopped at Britain's Jewelry. God, then I didn't have enough money to pay for a nice ring. And here another guy come in, he says, my girl quit me. I'm a trade man in. And then this guy at the Britain's Jewelry says, does it make any difference? I said, I don't know who he was or she was or anything else. Let me look at the ring. And the ring was, I'd say it was about a $250 ring. He gave it to me for $125. So I bought the
You've
ring.
always been known as being a good bargain hunter.
Yeah, I look.
Didn't you shop around?
I had no time to do that. Went out there, And I said, well, I didn't ask her to marry me or nothing. I remember it just like it happened yesterday. You know, I've known you for a while now. I know I can't afford to be driving back and forth here. I made that clear to her. That's too expensive. But you think you and I can make a go of it? First she says, well, let me think it over. I said, yeah, take your time. And then I come back the next day, and I said, well, you give it a thought? I said, I ain't gonna
You gave her 1 day? You didn't give her like 3 days or
1 day.
1 day?
Yeah.
She had to have an answer, huh?
Yeah, and I went in and I wanted you to make up your mind. I got no time to fool around. I can't afford it either, I told her.
Right.
I was straight with it. Yeah, I'll marry you. And then her dad said to you, well, you got a guy here, remember now. We got a house here that's got electricity in, everything else. And you moving into a house, I got nothing then. Just a standby plant and an outside toilet. And every time everyone had to go to the toilet, I had to go with her outside because she was scared of the coyotes. So I'd walk out there with her, stand by the sun. And the coyotes were hollering. I was scared myself. Take my 22 long, bang, bang, you know, and the coyotes would holler. Come in and I got thinking, gotta figure this out. A few days later, I took the handsaw and cut the damn toilet in half inside, made 2 holes out of it, one for her and one for me. And then we had the lantern between us, because she had to have the lantern for light. And we sit there, her and I, and yeah. Went down there for 2 years. And then we moved over to Dad's place. Yeah. So I knew we got a kick off.
Well, that's where Leo Hartman lived first, didn't he?
Pardon?
Leo Hartman lived in there first.
Lee Hartman is 20 by 20 house.
I remember that real well.
Oh, I remember the house too, yeah.
Oh, I wish I never tore that down. We tore down and built Edward one.
Yeah, but by now it would have been, you know.
But I thought he lived longer than 2 years in there.
No, it wasn't long. They moved that house from west of Kildare.
And
I
Leo
remember.
moved to town then?
Then Leo moved to town
Yeah.
and they bought that rock house
Yeah.
on the
See,
south side.
that's that year, that must have been in 47 then, huh?
We got married in 47, yeah. That's when they went there.
Yeah, because,
They were in town already, Clem and Leo, when folks moved to town.
yeah, that's where I stayed then, when I went to high school.
Huh?
That's where I stayed
Oh,
with
yeah.
Leo Clem.
Oh, yeah.
Leo, what age were you when you got married?
Huh?
How'd you court your wife?
Oh, that's a long story. No, I taught school out there west of Duratic, northwest Duratic. And then there was like Redmond from Belfield and Ralph Russell, and they all had horses. And I had one horse out at Martin's place. So I went here and I got my horse in there, and then in the wintertime, I rode the horse over to the school. Oh, it was about 1.5 miles or something like that. And then we got together with Ralph Russell and Redmond and oh, there's another guy in there yet. And then I got down to where Ralph lived, and they had a bunch of girls there, you know. And that's how I met Florence. Yeah. Yeah,
You got married when? How old were
in
you?
51.
So you've been how old?
I was 22 years old.
22. Then you moved away from the farm and started your own life
I-
after
I
that.
was on my
I'm
own
assuming.
then,
Where'd you
yeah.
go from there? Did you go
Well,
work for somebody, or did you go?
no, I taught school for 2 years, and then I met a guy in Manning. His name was Sampson, and he said, you know, I said, yeah, I'm kind of looking for a place. You kind of settle down. I said, oh, he said, I got the right place for you. And that was 6 miles west of Manning. So I moved down to his place. And he had grain in the house. So I cleaned everything out of the house, and and closed all the windows tight, and I fumigated the house because I was stunk from mice and that stuff. And I got that, but that's where I didn't have electricity. And everybody gave me some lamps and and everything for propane, not propane, but they had
Oil lamps.
yeah, there was kerosene or
Yeah.
so yeah. And then I was on there for 3 years, or is it 4 years? I'm not sure. But anyway, the landowner wanted to move on himself, so I had to move off.
Oh.
Then I moved southeast to Dickinson, by the briquetting plant, and I had a deal made there, and all of a sudden, well, the owner of it, he moved to Loveland, Colorado, and but I had it all tied up and everything. But he said if his son wants to move on, you have to give him that chance. He only had one boy. I said, that's understandable, I said so. And wouldn't you know, he wanted to move on. So then I made auction sale and moved to town.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, remember that?
yeah, God dang it, that was. Then I sold everything I had out there. And even my guns I sold. And then Florence said, I was going to keep some back. She said, what do you want guns for in town? You can't hunt in town, or,
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, I sold them all. God, when I think back, made some foolish moves. Yeah. But anyway, then I was in town until 79. And then I said, and I had that land bought southeast of town. And I said to her, I said, I can't have cattle out here, and we're living in town. The darn dogs were chasing them at night, So I said, either I'm gonna sell that out there, or we'll move out there. And that's how we done it. So I said, well, okay. I said, if you give you 10 years, if you don't like it out there, I'll sell it. I'll make a promise. And then she liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful home while you're in. What was your first car, Martin?
Huh?
You said what was your first car?
37 Chevy.
How much did you pay for that car? Was it used,
I paid,
new?
500. Worthless thing.
Worthless thing.
Always boiled. And then I could do mechanic work. So I threw the motor out to put a brand new motor in, and then we went on our honeymoon.
Where'd you go on your honeymoon?
Huh?
Where did you go on your honeymoon?
We went up to Miles City, stayed overnight there, and then from there on we cut across over there by that,
Newtown.
no,
Yellowstone or something?
no, that was that Indian reservation. What do you call that?
Hey.
Indian reservation south of Miles City.
Oh.
I think
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
there's one north, Wolf Point. Wolf?
Yeah, something like that.
That's north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh. that's
I filled the car with gas in the evening, and we were gonna get an early start in the morning. We were gonna go to the Black Hills. And we didn't get out too far, and I had no gas. And somebody swiped the gas out, and oh, that was something. I did get to her uncle, her aunt, lived at Crow's something, south of Miles City. Yeah, and so he gave me some gas, and I went on to, we went down to Deadwood.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I look back, there's a lot of times Evelyn could have said, I'm staying here in this place, nothing's going on, everything. You know, because her dad says, remember, don't come back. He told her that, and I heard him say that. You know where you're going, where you're living. He's got no lights in the house, he's got nothing. He lives in a shack out there by the creek. He called it a shack, you know, where Leo lived in. So don't come back. And I remember, I made him, but you come and ask for something, you're gonna get it too. You know, but I didn't hold him against, because I could see what it was. He was trying to tell her, open your eyes. You're not marrying somebody from town here or that you know of. You never knew who I was.
So her parents and your parents never met?
Huh?
The parents never met, never knew each other?
No, no.
Did the,
Yeah, they did.
they knew
Yeah.
your,
Mm-hmm.
No, they never did.
Now, I was gonna ask you, what happened to Leo's house? Where you lived in?
That
We
got
tore
torn
it down
down.
and gave it to Edward.
Oh, that's what happened then.
Yeah, and I wish that never happened, but we did. We needed some lumber to build Edward a house,
Yeah,
because he lived with us for a while.
yeah.
Ed got married, and then we were married, living in the same house. He
Hmm.
lived upstairs, and
Yeah.
so we tore it down, and
I'll
that
have to drink
house
to
had
that.
no insulation, no insulation, nothing, just paper. And Evan and I had there were no newspapers in that time. So in the evening, we'd pull the paper away from the wall and pull out newspapers, and then that's all the reading we had.
so when you came home and said, Dad, I found a woman, we're gonna get married, we're gonna move away, what did he say?
Go ahead.
But who's the girl? Nothing? Who's the parents?
No. He knew who she was
By then he knew
before
you.
I married her, yeah.
Because you brought her out to the house, probably
Yeah.
met Mom and Dad. And
Yeah. And Evelyn was real good, I can say that, you know. Probably some other women that I ain't staking out here, this place, you know. Now, her and I married 67 years. And we were on the place from 47 on. I lived on the home place 88 years,
that's amazing.
you know, those years before we got married.
You grew up there, you
And
got married, you lived there.
67 years. So she was ready to go.
I bet. How many acres were out there?
What?
How many acres of land do you have out there?
1,200 acres. Started out with 900 and some, and I bought.
From Grandpa or Nick?
Dad had 960
900
acres,
960 acres.
and I bought a quarter of land with that 960. That's the one over there where Leah's house was on. Leah Hartman's, that quarter. I bought that from Uncle John.
I thought Dad gave you that
Huh?
quarter. I thought Dad gave you that quarter.
Yeah, he gave me the quarter. I had to go over and pay Uncle John something for it. Yeah, he had the minerals too, and he gave me the minerals and everything, Uncle John. Yeah, no, he gave me that quarter. Yeah, so and then I turned around when I sold the place to Jim. What the hell was it now? About 8 years ago or something like that. Can't remember. And then they had this federal land came up 2 years ago.
Explain that, like federal land.
I had 160, it was 160 and then 40 over there. 200 acres of federal land I had. I had to pay for that. It was a nuisance to handle. You only out of the 200 something, I was only allowed to put on 25 head. And they'd come and check at me. That's what Bill Palmer got in trouble. He'd always put a few extra head. They'd always come and check that land, and I was good with him, so I don't get, it's a lot easier to get along with it. And then he, finally they came out 2 years ago, it happened, I think 2. And they put all that land up for sale. Everything on the east side of the highway, all these little odds and ends. And I had that 200 acres there, and Joe Kessel had 300 and some. And So they set a price on, you couldn't deal with them or nothing. They set a price on my land for $285 an acre. And I sold it to Jim for only $100. So I said, Jim, you can't go without this land. And Jim says, I can't make your payments, and I'd have a hard time and buy this here. And then he was just sending the kids to college. You know, Jessica and Daniel, they both were going to school. So I says, I'll buy that land for you. Then you pay me later. So that's what I did. Yeah. But he paid me off. Last
the best
fall he
move
came in,
you can-
I surprised me. He came in one day, he said, Dad, you wanna go for a ride? I said, yeah, well, okay. So he says, how much money do I owe you yet? I said, well, I don't need to figure it out, I know what I'll do. You know, he said, I got so much, I had one payment left on the land. And then I said, but the machinery has to be sold now. So it's cleared. It's yours. What do you want for the machinery? I said, I'll make it real easy with you. Give me 15,000, you can have the whole works. But nobody else can use it, I can't use it, and it's worth more than that. I had a price set on it 30,000. I gave it for 15, he made out a check. Here's your money, paid me everything, paid me all, yeah. So that's.
It's gotta feel good that you got the son on the land now and doing what you did.
Pardon?
It's gotta feel good that your son is on your land.
Yeah,
Third generation
Yeah.
is on the same land.
yeah. So.
Fourth, was it right? The grandson's helping, so,
No, it would have been Leorite, the third generation. It would have been,
right.
Dad bought it from his uncle, the
Yeah.
land.
Fourth
Then-
generation then. No, well, son is son, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, I suppose you, but I mean in the family.
It's
Then
been the Haag family
sold
for-
it to them, and they sold it to Jim, the son, and.
Over 100 years.
Dad bought it from his uncle, who was that?
Wasn't that Marchon over there?
Russia.
Was that who he bought it
That's
from?
who he bought
Clemens
that,
Marchon.
what was it, 2 quarters or 1 quarter?
I never knew who he bought
Yeah.
it from.
Oh, it was a little
I
over a
thought,
quarter.
that was one of them.
Only 1 quarter.
Well, that could be,
And
I
then he
don't
had-
remember.
And then he had another quarter he could buy, the one he lives on, I live on now.
Oh,
He had that, and he had to pay 25% interest
to who now, on that
to the
quarter?
bank to buy that quarter.
Yeah,
And
that,
who owned it?
yeah,
Wasn't
that
it-
loan,
Wasn't
that
that March,
bank.
it wasn't that Marchon then, huh?
No, uh-uh,
Where he lived on the home place, that wasn't Marchon.
No.
The land
No,
across
no.
there would have been.
That was that, what did they call that loan? They had a name for that loan,
Feed and seed?
huh?
Feed and seed loan.
Feed loan.
Well, there used to be a feed and seed loan or something.
That could have been, yeah. There was a loan on that. And that was the hardest thing for him to pay off.
Jim went through it the other day, and he couldn't believe the stuff that's in there, and them, what you call those, land,
Federal Land Bank?
yeah, well, when you buy land, you got your,
Yeah, federal, yeah.
everything's owned there, whoever owned that land,
Yeah.
Jim didn't know.
Oh, your abstracts.
Yeah, Jim didn't know.
What?
Nick,
Abstract.
Abstract.
Your abstract
Nick.
shows every owner
Oh,
on
yeah.
that property.
Nick knew a lot of it, but not Jim.
Oh, I suppose he wasn't interested at the time,
No,
or Nick
Jim
was
wasn't
older.
interested.
Yeah,
Nick always wanted to know who used to live there, who used to
Yeah.
live there.
I got all that in mind, so.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff on there. Anyway, yeah. So I bought it, and he can pay me as he goes if he wants, and if not, I'll just whatever. I didn't want him to lose that land. It was right in with the place.
There's no one staying at the farmhouse now, I'm assuming?
Pardon?
No one at the farmhouse anymore, is there?
Yes. I
The
think
farms-
they're using it, they're using it.
Oh, there's somebody staying at the farmhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Your house.
Evelyn said they use it for a bath, to go to the bathroom now. Right?
What's that?
Your house you lived in, Evelyn said that they use it to go when they gotta go to the bathroom now.
Yeah,
I guess you got left some of the furniture in there and they keep it heated.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what she said. I talked to her about a week ago when you were up at the doctor.
Finds everything else. Yeah.
I know it's empty.
Huh?
It's
It's
empty.
empty, but then when the
It's
kids,
empty, that house.
but they keep it heated and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Roxy came down and cleaned it up and washed the walls off, everything, and Evelyn was out there. Not all going, just kinda wish I'd have stayed.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, but, yeah, but I always remember, I got that letter where Uncle John, when he got married, he got a quarter of land over there. That's what he lived, put his stuff on. And he had Uncle Frank L. come up and they got a sulky plow. And they plowed all the sod and that's how they built the sod house. And it wasn't big enough for the family, so Uncle John, his kids all slept in the barn. Barbara and Francis, all slept in the barn. Because in those days, the barn come first.
Oh yeah, that made money. The house never made you money.
No, the barn.
Did you
Cars, keep
remember
the horses in.
any of the dances that Uncle John had in that barn? Do you remember any of the dances?
He did what?
Those dances he had
Oh,
in the barn.
yeah. A lot of good dances. Uncle Frank L., he couldn't wait to come up with his little.
Well,
Yeah,
the
he had that
accordion.
button accordion.
He'd go all the way from his place down in Hirschville, Emerson, you call that, had a little box, and he had an apple box sitting on there and one horse. If he knew he could play someplace. He was so crazy about that. We'd come home from town, Dad and I, with that wagon or whatever it was. There sits this little box in front of the barn. And Dad says, "Ah, you come kind of early today." And Uncle Frank was up there already. Yeah. He drove all that way just so he can play for the dance.
It was an uncle, you said?
That's about 20,
Yeah, that would have been Uncle Frank.
that had to be about 30 miles.
30 miles?
Yeah, I'd say so.
More than
I would
that.
say about 30 miles.
More than that.
Because I had 21 to Fayette. Well, no, that's about right, about 8,
Yeah.
10 miles there.
Cross country.
And then, one thing that really bothered me was we had a guy up there, and, I gotta show you that. Steve Tichenko is the one that wrote him to the governor. Dad wanted a deferment for something for Edward, and he's the one that wrote him, don't give him that deferment, he don't need it. Steve Tichenko wrote that. in.
Oh, is that right?
I got it, I'll show it to you.
Hmm.
And ever since that time, I just got no use, had no use for the man no more. Because he wanted the place, and he got it.
Mm-hmm.
He got the place, yeah. Yeah, oh, a lot of shenanigans going on.
What was the old truck on the farm? I remember this old truck sitting there in the weeds.
I had a 48 Chevy.
That was the 48 Chevy, Dad?
Now I had the Rio, which used to belong to Edward.
Edward had a Rio.
That was a
But that was a new
49
truck.
or 51. I don't know what was the Rio.
That's had the wooden spokes yet.
Oh no, I didn't have that one.
The wooden spoked, or maybe it was metal spoke. It was an old truck. Me growing up, but of course it's not very
No,
long ago.
I'm the one that had an old Chevy.
And maybe that's what it was. It was sitting on the farm for years next to the barn. Do you remember that, Leo?
Yeah, but I wouldn't know what year that truck was.
Remember that 36 Chevy truck Dad had? With steak box?
Yeah, that one, yeah, and he had that, yeah, he made a special box for it, yeah.
Yeah. Bought it from
Yeah, but I don't know, I couldn't say what year that truck was.
he's a 36. And I bought it from a guy down here east of the river by the name of Warner.
Yeah, it was a grocery truck,
Grocery truck
Yeah.
with steaks.
you know what I mean? They had them side deals
On
on.
the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember, he didn't
Yeah.
pay too much for it, but he wasn't gonna buy it. It was the work, you gotta fix the box and all that else. I told Dad I want that truck. And we were about 10 miles west of his place. And then I could hear her say to Dad, he wants the truck, go back and buy it. In those days, the mother had a lot to say, you know. She'd pitch in and say, that's what he wants. Get it?
Yeah,
That's how we got that truck.
yeah, I know she did, yeah.
I got a picture of him loading a horse. He was gonna go over the front end. He's that small.
Loading a horse in the back of that small truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
His chest probably came over the hood or the cab.
Well, I worked for my grandpa Keller, and I don't know, I think both of us didn't have enough brains for that, and we had to hold that stud in to get him checked, you know, because he had a license or whatever it was, because he used to be a breeder. He used to,
Yeah.
he had to have this. Well, okay, and then he says, we'll take Martin along. Of course, he had Uncle Joe as a driver. And so we loaded the truck and that horse, you know, the big stud horse, on that little 28 Chevy truck. Little box. Pretty soon, the horse pulled all the top off. Grandpa said, turn around, go back. I remember that. Yeah. And Uncle Joe, he's gone, and I liked him and everything else, but he couldn't fix nothing, couldn't do nothing.
No, no.
And Ralph was no different.
How many siblings did Grandpa have? Mick?
How many he had?
Yeah, would they come on? I mean, you said the one would come around the farm, but was there aunts and uncles that come around a lot or not?
No, I don't want to follow
I
it.
think there's 7 of them, right? Uncle Peter, Uncle Joe, them are the siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Siblings.
Dad's
Yeah.
siblings.
Oh,
Were there 7?
And were
it
they,
could
There was
be.
there were 2 girls and the rest were all boys. 5
yeah.
boys and 2 girls.
Uncle Peter, Uncle Leonard, Uncle
Yeah.
Peter, and
Yeah,
so was any of their farms near?
I don't
No,
even
no,
think there were
no.
2 girls,
Only 1.
only Ralph. I don't think there were only 1 girl.
No, Aunt Sophia
Aunt Sophia.
and Aunt Mary. It's 2 girls.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then 5 boys. And Uncle John was the closest one, a mile south of his place.
yeah.
The rest were down there by Emerson area
Yeah,
and
How far was that?
about 30 miles or
Yeah.
35
yeah,
miles.
about 30 miles.
My grandpa, when he came up, and then when he was 15, 4 acres,
Yeah,
and
south of Alfield.
and some other ones there. Who was it? Who lived next to the cemetery? What was his name? You know who he was. Lived next to
Bollinger?
the cemetery.
Huh?
What was his name?
Bollinger?
Bullinger. Worked for them.
Yeah. Well, Dad would have been 15 when they come across because he went to work right away.
Yeah,
He was 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
15 or 16.
No, I thought he was in that 15, 16 years age. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
But Grandpa Haag had an ideal, and he always put 2 together. He put Dad and Uncle John together, and he put Uncle Anton and Uncle Leonard together, and he put Uncle Peter and Uncle Joe together. So always 2 together, because I think kind of the early days, whatever it was, for help. One of them needed help. He always had a brother that would pitch in and take care
oh
of him.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta show you something.
Yeah.
I just got that the other day. Uncle Peter sold out up there in 1936.
Mm.
And he sold everything and took off and went to Detroit. And he had enough of that. And Dad got on the place in 28, really he was gonna buy it. Well, he lived there in 17, he was on 17. And then in 28, Dad bought himself a new car. Instead of buying a Model A, he bought a 28 Chevy. You know, always break an axle on it or whatever it was. So him and Uncle Leonard went all the way to Canada, to the other party who came over with them. see how they're coming out, 'cause it wasn't doing nothing over here. It never rained and nothing. And I remember Dad telling, he told us afterward, he told Uncle Peter, if it don't rain when I'm up there, it's your place. I don't want it no more. I'm gonna find something else. And it rained and rained and rained. He come back, he had a hell of a crop.
Yeah.
Anyway, he went down to, I don't know what his name again, in Richmond, who handled the international machinery, the thrash machine, and tractors and that.
Was that Richardson or Gladstone?
Huh?
Richardson or Gladstone?
Richmond. As far as I know, it's Richmond.
Oh.
And Dad went down and says, you know, I'd like to buy a thrash machine and I can make some money up there. I got no money. He gave him that thrash machine and tractor all for nothing. No penny down, but took his word for it. And then Dad went out thrashing for the neighbors, and when he got the money from where he thrashed for him, he gave it to him till he had it paid. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this or not. This is Uncle Peter's auction sale, when he sold out.
Who?
Uncle Peter,
Yeah.
in 1936, he hung up everything. Here's all what was on his plate. I get a kick out of reading it. Chickens and eggs and, everything.
Can you read some of that, Leo?
Might have to read that.
Or Dad?
Well, I'll skim through it, but he can
Pardon?
read it. I see. I'll skim through it and see what some of the highlights are.
Yeah.
1936 that happened.
Oh, but there don't show any prices down here,
Huh?
does it?
No prices.
No prices. 4
And
head of
Rachnell-
horses, 2
Rachnell
good
was the
milk cows,
auctioneer.
6 yearlings, 4 heifers, 2 steers, 7 spring calves, 1 purebred black Angus bull, 100 young chickens, farm machinery.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I thought maybe they would have what they got for it, but they don't have it, which would be interesting at that time. And free lunch, Wednesday, July 29th.
29th, 1936.
Yeah, see, now they don't have the year on here.
They put it in the bottom.
Where? No, it's not down there. Ray Schnell, the auctioneer.
Yeah. I would have gave that to the Schnell
He
boys.
sold my place. Ray Schnell sold mine.
Did it?
Mm-hmm. Then he took me up to home on the
Wednesday.
range.
That's
Who?
funny.
Ray Schnell took me up to home on the range.
Oh,
Oh.
see, well, what you're talking, Martin, is you wrote that in 1936. That's not printed in here.
Well, when Jean wrote it down, when she picked it up,
Well, whoever found this here looked up the year
And then they looked up the
1936,
year
but
and
it
they
only
wrote
gives
down.
you the year, or the date,
Hmm.
Wednesday, July 29th, which would be,
Yeah.
well, down here they got written 1936.
even now, when they sell,
That's the
auction
year I
sale,
was born.
they never have the
29.
year on
And then the terms were cash or negotiable paper.
Yeah.
Now, negotiable paper meant what?
it. Make a deal with the owner.
I can pay you,
Yeah.
not negotiable,
I'll pay
you
you
make
later.
an agreement on how you're gonna pay for it.
And I knew because Uncle Peter had 4 horses.
Yeah, it says there, 4 horses, yeah,
1 milk cow.
yeah. 1 high chair.
Oh, 1 registered Angus deer, a bull.
Purebred black Angus, yeah, year old.
Uh,
Yeah, it's too bad they don't have the pricing list,
Yeah,
you know,
let's
in
see
a way.
that.
the price,
How much they got for it, you know, somebody should have wrote it
it
in.
wasn't a hell of a lot, I can tell
Oh,
you
I'm
that.
sure of that.
Peter L. Haag Farm.
Bed, spring, everything.
Where was he
But
living
they
at?
sold everything, that's all they had.
6
What-
miles north of New Naratic
Right.
and 14 miles southwest of Manning.
Oh yeah, that's down there where Metzes lived.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just got that last,
Did you?
Tina has a way of picking that up.
Well, who'd you get it from?
Internet,
Forest
I think.
Service,
Huh?
Forest Service.
Forest Service. How did they get that?
Well, they're always snooping.
That
around
wasn't
in
Billings County.
No. They
Yeah.
always have a way of finding out them.
And Peter J. Haag would be Grandpa's brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
Your uncle, my great uncle.
You know Grandpa Haig yet?
Huh?
Do you know Grandpa Haig good?
Well, I do, but
Well,
I can't say very good. He was always handicapped, you know what I mean? He
Well-
wasn't much for visiting, you
Dad
know.
and Ma had to take care of him for a month or so. Uncle Anton took care of him for a month, and then Uncle Peter and Uncle Leonard, they all took turns because he had a stroke. And then he stayed at our place. Yeah.
Did he die out in our place?
He died at our place. I
Oh,
was
that's
applying,
what I thought.
applying for John Cole
Oh,
over there when they came over and called me that he had died that
Mm.
day. He was easy to keep. Nice, friendly, I mean, always happy.
I remember it was
He
in
couldn't walk.
late in the call for there.
And he got cancer.
Yeah.
The cancer took half his nose off. You know, and they got that cured.
2 hate rates.
no, he just died, Uncle Peter here, what, 3
Huh?
years ago?
What?
Well, 3 years ago that he died. Pete.
Peter?
Yeah.
Oh, longer
long
than that.
gone.
Longer?
Way longer than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I bet you 15 years ago. Peter? You talking about Peter?
I had him on the houseboat, and you and Ed and Uncle Joe and Uncle Leonard.
Yeah.
That would have been no 15 years ago.
Well, how long has it been? That years go by faster than you
Well,
think.
I suppose. And I took a film of him, a picture of him. The only thing is, he was over New England. He couldn't make it.
And where, you
Leo.
showed me that film.
Yeah, I mentioned that to you. Yeah,
Pete Haig was the clerk for his own sale.
yeah, they usually are.
Who's that?
Pete was his own clerk at the sale.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's unusual.
yeah, that's. But I wish when we drove out this summer that,
Do you know where he lived?
Huh?
Do you know where he lived?
yeah,
Where?
from, what's his name, Pete, was
Pete
it
Bollinger?
Bollinger?
Across the creek, over that way.
Yeah.
That was the home place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That was
that's
the
the
whole
whole
place.
place, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a farmer, but Uncle Joe wasn't.
No.
No, no. No, he wasn't a farmer.
Uncle Joe had nothing in there.
So I got one more question. All through the years, is there one thing you would change through all them years? Is there one thing that it still sticks in your mind I wish I would have changed? What if, you understand what I'm saying? Is there one thing that you would have wished you would have done different?
TV.
Leo? Anything you, all the
Well,
years?
I wouldn't want to live it over.
It was tough.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
did-
want
It was,
to,
it
I
was, you had
wouldn't
a
want
lot
to
of
live
good
my over.
times. A lot of good times and a lot of tough
Yeah,
times.
yeah, but still, yeah,
Which
things
one?
worked out good, but I wouldn't want to do it over.
You wouldn't?
No,
I
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You would, Martin?
Oh,
No, I had some tough
I'd
stuff.
step in tomorrow if I could.
Huh?
Yeah, I'd do it over.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you change anything?
No. Well, I changed in the newer ways.
Right, but if there's one decision,
It changed me, but as far as
He'd
doing
buy a
the
bigger
work-
tractor.
you'd buy a bigger
Yeah,
But when you say, do you want to live it over, it means you couldn't take something out. There's times I wouldn't
oh,
want to
yeah,
live
that
it
I
over.
couldn't do.
That's what is meant.
Oh.
You gotta have exactly whatever took place in those years. Yeah, you can't be pick and choosy. You
Oh.
gotta take everything that come with
Yeah.
it, so.
And how many children do you have, Leo?
I had 4. One of them they got killed in an accident. I mean, in a car accident. Yeah, no, that part was all right with the family. The only thing is, well, you know, things never did work right. I mean, if I had something going, that something changed, it like here, they moved. Both of mine, farmsteads, they all moved out of the. I should have never fixed it up. You know, that's what the.
Yeah.
If it isn't your own, don't fix it really in a way. Do it
Right.
to get by with.
Yeah,
Somebody else gonna take it back.
yeah. it looked better for him than it
Oh,
did
yeah,
for me,
right,
you know.
right, yeah.
But I mean, I have no complaint though. I mean, I'm still around.
Well, that's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I got some pictures of him at home.
Yeah,
Where him and Ed were arguing which grease zerk to zerk on the old header.
Or what?
Which grease zerk. You and Ed were arguing on which grease zerk he's supposed to grease. I got a picture of that.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
out of all the siblings, did you guys argue a lot?
No, no,
Argue or nothing?
no, I gotta say that.
Guys got all along.
We never were on the odds, right?
If it was a little short thing.
We never were
Never
on
held
odds.
grudges,
No.
never.
But we didn't
no.
get along.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Never was a knockdown, punch out fight or nothing.
If
Oh,
the
no.
girl said something, we never listened to her. Us guys always stuck around real good.
Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of back each other up.
Yeah.
Well, because there's always a lot of work.
Yeah, you bet you helped each other to get through it.
Martin, you want another red?
No.
No red stuff or brown, black stuff or
Well, I'll take one for this. Here. This
red stuff? Which one?
Red stuff.
What are you eating there? Pickles, pig feet.
What's in there?
I've been eating them.
Yeah, so a lot of the grandkids and stuff don't know what that is.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough.
Leo, tell them what's in Pickles Pig Feet.
But I'll say this. If I had the chance to move back on the farm today, I'd move tonight.
That's how much you
I'd go back up.
tonight.
I wouldn't wait till tomorrow.
Ralph, what do you want?
No, give me about.
I liked it.
Red
About a finger of that black velvet.
Because I could do a lot
Or,
of things myself, or some people couldn't do
Two
it.
finger?
Right.
Leo says it
not,
too.
not too much here.
Well.
I gotta drive. There,
You
that's
gotta
good.
drive.
I know
You
it.
gotta drive.
Well, he had too much red eye over there.
No, I'm stamping on it.
Yeah, no, but the only thing is, when you're talking about doing it over or living or you had a chance,
Yeah.
it's up here, but your body is not there to do it anymore.
That's
Simple as
right,
that.
Ralph.
And I found
Yeah.
that out at the house out there.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a place to sit down half an hour later, and I'm
Yeah,
tired, and I just don't have
leave me
that.
alone.
Yeah, really, in a way, and
I went out to help Jim work the calves. I thought, well, I'm going to take the job of putting the pole in. And his wife was in the chute, pushing the calves in the chute. And I thought, that's quite a bit for her. But I thought, maybe that's not for me either. You think I could put that pole in that damn chute? Nothing. So I just sat there on the fender.
you know, the only thing being you mentioned calves, you guys were branding the calves out south, northeast of your place. And I was looking, and I said, hey Martin, aren't you branding them on the wrong side?
Yeah.
He looked, sure as heck he was branding them on the wrong side on the
Yeah.
ribs.
Yeah.
I don't know what made it,
Well,
that you
he-
guys got mixed up.
He said, be sure and brand him on the right side.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, brand them where the right brand
Yeah,
should be.
that's what that's different.
But the
That's
brand,
not German, you know what I
the brand is on the left side. That was his mistake,
mean. Yeah.
right?
Well, I don't know if you call it a mistake, but when you brand that many calves over 80 years, it should be just natural. There's something wrong here.
But you don't brand them anymore.
No.
See, you should still.
We
Did you
should, I'd
see
like
some
to
of them
tell-
were,
Huh?
some they had in the paper there a
Yeah,
little
I
while
seen
back?
that.
Well, now with all these for oil field workers and everything, I know I missed one calf one time, and guy told me, I says, I know I'm missing one calf. I says, well, I kind of know who took it. And I told the guy, I says, well, you know, I'm missing one calf, but so help me, if I find out who took that calf, he'll never take another calf. And that was it. Never missed another calf after that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I branded all mine.
I think I'm gonna tell Jim to.
I wouldn't take a
You
chance.
should.
I had them 5 buffalo and I had a brand
Yeah.
pick.
You had to brand them?
No, I couldn't. I could never catch them to grab. No, I finally got that brand that's on the front of the house with the garage. And
I
thought,
remember that we took one up
up to the
Brennan and had something with her eye, huh?
pink eye.
Pink eye, yeah. God, you couldn't
Yeah.
close the chute fast enough.
Yeah. No. Oh well.
Yeah, those were good times. I was there. I don't like. I don't. I should say I don't regret any of that, but I wouldn't want to do it over.
Yeah.
But you
No,
got to do
no.
everything.
Well,
You
don't
just
wanna
can't
do
be
the old
picky
stuff.
and say, well,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
like this and not this. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
tough sledding.
Yeah,
but
the worst part I
that
don't
come
want
out
to ever
good.
do over was some reason or other they always stuck me into the feed bin where they put the ground feed
Yeah.
and you know, oh that stuff itched. Oh man,
Who stuck you in there?
them guys because you're the youngest one, you get in there and
You picked on the youngest one?
well, you know,
You
I
gotta
always
push it
ended
back,
up with
you
this.
know. That stuff was itchy.
Oh man,
Last year, I built Jim a brand new toilet, outside toilet, with the louvers on and air conditioning and all that stuff. What for? I said, I just want to build and somebody wants to go out there, they don't have to go in the house. And it brought back memories because the house started to smoke. And my dad caught me and I threw down the hole and it started burning. That's the only licking I ever got from Dad. I never smoked again.
So you got caught smoking.
Yeah, I got caught smoking.
Where'd you get hold of the cigarette?
It just gave me good hell, it didn't hit me. Dad never hit us, kids. Did he,
Right.
No, I've never.
Never hit us.
So you got caught smoking and then you threw it down the outhouse.
That hurt me more than anything, and I never smoked after that.
I know when Ed and I got caught smoking, Dad said, we were eating breakfast. He said, I want to tell you guys something. If you're going to smoke, smoke where we could see you. Don't hide somewhere because fire is awful bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think he went a little further and he said, smoke in the house or wherever it is. I don't
Yeah.
want the barn to burn down.
Yeah.
The house is okay, but not the barn.
Well, you always had to hide it so fast, and
Yeah.
you know, as always. Yeah.
And did you roll your own or what did you?
Oh yeah, we rolled our own. But Ed went to school in Belfield, and he always brought back those Lucky Strikes, you know, there. And they really were good. You didn't have to roll them, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
Yes.
Ralph and I, me and Edward started smoking horse manure.
What's this?
Horse manure
You smoked horse manure.
on the way to school. Underneath the bridge, west of the place.
Yeah?
Nobody could see it. It was dry. You know,
Yeah.
smoke horse manure.
Just to
It
try
was,
it or just to?
It was dry. It smelled or smoke.
burned your tongue.
Huh?
It was hard on your tongue,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Anything that made smoke.
But I gotta say one thing about your dad. He wasn't supposed to take a saddle to get the cows. So he put the saddle underneath the bridge, so when he got the cows, he put the saddle on the horse and got the cows, and when he got back, he hung it back again by the bridge.
Who was
And,
that?
but
What?
he didn't get by with it very long.
Why couldn't he have a saddle?
Well, Dad was always afraid to, get hooked in it. And,
You get hung up in the stirrup.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Off the
the-
strip and you drug?
You can fall off, but if you get hung up in the stirrup,
I don't know what he done after that, but I know that time. I remember that very well. But we never tattled on anybody. I mean, that's
No.
one thing we never
You
did.
looked out for each other.
Yeah.
Cover up for each other. That's more like it.
You what?
cover up more for you.
And the what?
Cover up for each other.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I had, Dad would hire me out with a tractor to plow for people. Anyway, I had to plow for Geeseman, and I never really had it. He was nice and everything else, but Dad made me take a horse down to Grandpa Keller, 45 miles, to get bread. And we were just done with that stuff, so I took Slim, was the one I had. We took Queen down. I said, oh boy, I'm gonna go and ask old man Geeseman for a saddle. I ain't gonna ride this horse. So I went up there and old man Geeseman gave him an old army saddle. You know, where you tied stuff. Funny, but army saddles were different than the civilian saddle. Oh, I think I bowled halfway down there. All the work I did for him plowing, then he gives me this saddle.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, they were different shape and
Yeah,
everything.
and when I plowed for him, he said that in particular, he'd come with a ruler, 12 inches. Look up at me, and I was on the tractor.
Mhm.
And I was so tired one day from plowing, I fell asleep. Tractor went through the ditch, up on the road highway. And when he got on the highway, and the plow hit the highway, and then he starts jumping, woke me up. I'm on the highway. Yeah, I was so tired. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and this other lady, I always tell her, my wife that, is John Cole. You remember John Cole?
Mhm. Yeah, I know him.
He
Yeah.
was married to,
No, he was a bachelor.
no, but he had a woman there with him. She was Ukrainian, Hungarian. She was a Hungarian. And then Dad gave me strict orders when I went over, now you plow and kind of mind your own business, don't mouth her off or nothing. You know how she is. Just do your job of plowing. And she brought out a good meal every time, but it was a Hungarian meal. I couldn't eat that stuff. I waited till she was gone and I put her in the fur of the plow under and keep going, you know. And brought that out, and then and Dad says to me, now, don't ever give her any heck. Always compliment her. Then she'll bring you something to eat. Because Dad wouldn't bring me nothing to eat. She did. And she was good that way, but, oh, that Hungarian stuff. Over here in Hawks Point, a lot of that is Hungarian too, I think. Everybody sits back there, what is it? What is it? Don't know what it is. Got different names for it, you know. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know John Cole? You didn't know
Yeah.
John Cole, did you?
Well, personally, but I've heard a lot of his name talked about.
He lived
yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
I always remember that church over there.
Yeah.
What was the name of that church?
Where?
By Snow.
Took it out of my mouth now.
Canisius, yes.
Is that where it is?
And that's Canisius, no.
And the last name is Canisius. There's two names to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was that church over by Snow, and the wind took it away, and that's where we always went. And, well, our youngest, well, I should say our oldest, or whatever, the girl, she's buried over there in that cemetery. And Father Wrestler was the priest, and he was a bad priest, I mean, as far as that goes. He always, anyway, him and Dad were trading a horse during church up in the balcony, you know. And finally he said, if you guys stop trading horses, I'll keep on with this,
Sermon.
with the mass. And the grandpa gets hell from mother because you should know better than to do that in church. Well, Dad said I wouldn't probably see him after church, so and we happened to be sitting beside each other, so I thought it'd be a good chance to make that deal with the horse, you know, but anyway. But, yeah, that was quite a deal there. And then the church blew away, and there was nothing left of it, you know. The sacristy, the tabernacle, they found that in the field. But outside of it, there was nothing left of the church at all.
There was a lot of trading back in the day, yeah?
Yeah.
The only thing I got out of that church was the balcony. It had these round posts which held the balcony. I got them in the house.
You have?
Yeah,
In the house?
in the house. I
Here in
took-
town?
Huh?
No, not
Out there?
Out the farm. You come out, I'll take it.
Where'd
down
you
the
put
street.
it? Where'd you put it?
I put it in the basement because Evelyn got a piano when we got married, and the floor was sinking. Such a heavy piano, I could see it was going down. I said, I know where I put them 2 poles on the basement.
Oh, in the basement? Oh,
Yeah, you come out, I'll show it, Bill. You come out of that church.
I don't know if I can do the steps
I
anymore
didn't know
going down
that.
there.
Oh.
Jim didn't know it either. I could figure out where you got them 2 poles from that got
They were
curves in
painted,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. Well, now you
I'll be
know.
darned. Well, they made use of them anyway, you know. But I would never
Well,
find.
you should know him, he never throws anything away.
No. Then would you know where the grave is at?
So, that little girl?
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea, I don't even know if there's a marker or anything.
I don't
What's that?
think there's a marker
Huh?
where Roselia is buried.
Yeah,
Do you know where it's at?
the cemetery over there.
Well, yeah, but do you know where she was buried?
About where? That's about on the south side. That's the road. That's where she's buried.
Oh, see, I
Who
was,
is this?
Yeah.
Pardon?
I
Who
was
is
gonna,
it?
That'd be our oldest sister that passed away that I told you about. She was what, about 8 months old?
yeah.
That's why nobody, you know, she was the oldest one and don't remember her.
Yeah.
Her name is Rosetta?
Roselle, I guess,
Roselle.
Roselle.
Roselia,
Roselli.
Rosenia?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she carried her over to Ada Vels. I don't know what was wrong, and Grandma couldn't carry her no more, so she laid her down and went over to visit Ada Vel and said that she's not doing good at all. But anyway, when she got back, she was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old?
Mm. She wasn't, no.
I'm guessing 8 months.
8 months,
I don't
whatever.
know.
She was
I
just
don't
a
know.
young.
She had like pneumonia or whatever it was.
That was the oldest one. I mean, the first girl.
Well, you know, you hear these crib deaths, could have been one of those, you know, whatever. We
Could
have
be
no idea.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, there were no doctors out there. I talked to Dr. Larson here the other day.
And then,
He's up there at the community center, right, you know, stuff like that.
anything
Yeah.
about me.
You didn't have enough time to tell anything about you. Yeah.
Du liegst mir im Herzen, du liegst mir im Sinn. Du machst mir viel Schmerzen, weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. Ja, 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 weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. Ja, 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 weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. So, wie ich dich liebe, so liebe auch mich. Die zärtlichsten Triebe fühl ich allein nur für dich. Ja, 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 fühl ich allein nur für dich. Ja, 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 fühl ich allein nur für dich. ich dir bin. Ja, 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 weißt ja, wie gut ich dir bin.